on this Thursday morning. It is Friday Eve. Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Ferdman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a lot to get to this morning right here on ARC, including...
Might help if you turn your microphone on.
It might help, they tell me.
And
that when your microphone is on,
go.
people at home have a better chance of hearing you.
Isn't that crazy?
I know, right? How technology works. Again, later on, we're getting a closer look at a nonprofit organization that's bringing a sight to the sightless. We're going to be sitting down with representatives from Lions Eye Bank.
And then later on, we're talking winter travel. We'll be getting some bucket list destination ideas from our travel experts.
Hopefully somewhere warm.
Gosh, wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, a beach?
Yep.
A hot spring? Before all that, let's dive right into this morning's show. This month at Kodak Hall at Eastman Theater, audiences will be treated to a holiday classic.
Yeah, the Nutcracker. The show is a co-production between the RPO and the Rochester City Ballet. And this is all very cool. It's also marking the 25th anniversary of the two combining forces for this amazing performance. And Chris Lopez is live this morning at the Rochester City Ballet headquarters, getting an inside look at how they're getting ready for the production. Chris, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, old school performance, a lot of new school dancers in this, though, at the Rochester City Ballet. I bring in my good friend John with me. How many new dancers are in this performance?
Well, thanks for being here, Chris, this morning. We've got 8 new dancers in the production this year, and it's been fantastic. Our company has essentially doubled in size from last year. So we're a big family, and everybody is really immersing themselves well and dancing beautifully, I might add.
And speaking of immersion, when the new dancers come in, you guys have a great atmosphere here, a very family-oriented atmosphere. When the new members of the family come in, does that throw a curveball in your guys' performances?
Well, you know, there's an audition process when you join the company, so we kind of understand who the dancer is and what their attributes, strengths, and weaknesses are. So usually it's very, we can just plug people into any role. Everybody's holding their own weight and doing a great job. So we're really happy with everyone. And
your role here is the ballet master.
Indeed.
As the ballet master, when the newbies come through the door, what's your job?
Well, oftentimes people have skill sets, like some dancer will have a better pirouette, other dancers will be more like a jumper. So my job is essentially to make sure that their pros are still getting worked on, their pros, and also maybe some of their weaknesses are, you know, getting worked on as well. So we're focusing on all aspects of their dancing so they can become the best dancer that they possibly can while they're here in Rochester.
What's your favorite thing about coaching the new dancers?
Oh, well, everybody's just so open to correction, and you know, they make my job very easy. You know, I give my coaching, I give my correction, and I see the result pretty instantaneously. Everybody applies corrections beautifully. So.
And speaking of the new dancers, I want to introduce to my left Sophia. She's from Hamlin. How long have you been here?
This is my first season here, but I've been in Rochester for a really long time. I've been dancing in Rochester for 7 years almost, so yeah.
And then what's the atmosphere like here at the Rochester City? I mentioned family. Right. Has it been like that? A ton of close friends dancing together?
I definitely think so. There's growing up in a dance school, you have a lot of competition, a lot of competitiveness, but I don't really feel that here. It's really open. Everybody's just who they are, and it's really amazing. Yeah.
And you get to essentially dance for a living.
I do.
Or 8 hours out of the day, possibly even more. How big of an outlet is this for you, or is it an outlet for you?
Yeah, I would say it's an outlet for me. I really love to dance. It's always been a passion for me, so I feel like being able to do it in a monetary way is really awesome.
And what role do you have in this upcoming production?
I am a snowflake at the Eastman Theater and the Fort Hill Theater, and then I'm a flower in Elba.
And then what kind of preparation? I can't dance at all. Take me through a day in the life of you.
So I take class, and then I just do a lot of rehearsing, have a couple breaks, but mostly just rehearsals and running it and really working on small things.
And then what our audience is looking at right now, Waltz of the Flowers. How hard is this piece? Is this a technically hard piece? Yeah?
Very technically hard, very, I would say, stamina as well. it's a lot of technical stuff right after one another. You don't really get much of a reprieve, so.
And how long is it, to put this in perspective, how long you guys are dancing just in this piece? What would you say?
Maybe like 7, 8 minutes. 8 minutes, I would say, yeah.
And how much stamina do you need for that? Is that the most stamina you need throughout this entire performance?
For what I've done, I would say yes, but I can't really compare to things like the Sugar Plum Fairy or whatever, but for what I've done, yes.
And then what does the future look like for you?
I don't know. I want to stay in Rochester for a really long time because I really like it here. So that's what we're thinking now. So
I love it. Thank you for joining us this morning. Dan, Abby, I'm going to leave you with Waltz of the Flowers. Waltz of the Flowers.
They're amazing.
Talent.
Yes. Yeah.
Really incredible. And
Unmatched.
the effort that goes into this, the rehearsal process from start to finish, it is no small feat.
Yeah.
Really isn't.
Excellent
Good work.
Thanks,
yeah.
Chris. We appreciate it. Definitely gets you in the holiday mood,
It
right?
does, yeah. And maybe we want to turn now to our poll of the day, because this morning we are asking you, which local activity is always a part of your pre-holiday traditions? Abigail?
Options are attending a live performance, going to a holiday market, seeing a tree lighting, or shopping small businesses.
You know what we did not put on there?
And we should have?
Yeah, I think I'm selecting something that is not on there. I really like going for nighttime drives and looking at the lights.
Okay. Well, you know what the great news is, Dan? You have the opportunity to comment below the poll.
You do?
Yes, and so if you do that, and if the note is kind and considerate and not inappropriate, guess
We'll
what?
read it?
We're going to share it
Yeah, we
here
will.
on air.
Yes.
So let us know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Use the QR code on your screen right now to scan it in. It'll take you to our X page. You can vote right there, and we'll share the responses coming up in our next hour.
Yes. All right. Let us turn now to look at the forecast. We'll check in with meteorologist Marty Snyder. Marty, we're off to a cold start out there, my friend.
Yeah.
And we know there's sunshine on the way this weekend, but it's cold.
You just have to be patient. That's all it is.
All right.
But yeah, it is going to be a cool day for us. We will see temperatures move along a little bit today, but we've already seen the clouds begin to increase across the area. We may see a couple breaks here and there as we head through the morning, but in general, yeah, it is going to be a cool day for us. We'll rise to up to about 48 at noon and probably hover somewhere in that upper 40s range as we go through the afternoon. So numbers move along a little bit. By the very end of the day, heading into the evening, I just can't rule out a shower southwest of Rochester, especially south of Batavia. May see a couple of those there, but most areas stay dry. But like you mentioned, Dan, I think by the weekend, that's when we'll rise up into the 50s for highs, probably add a little sunshine in. So overall, not looking bad for the longer term. I think we see some improvement by then.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, a little bit of sunshine. That helps things out.
It's always nice.
All right.
Thank you, Marty. Hey, stick around. We have much more to get to here on Our Rochester. When we come back, we are talking about the stories that are trending now.
We are. Stick around. We're back after this. 8:11 this morning. Welcome back. It's time for this morning's edition of Trending Now. So let's dive right in.
Yeah, we're going to start out this morning with a ridiculous story. 4 people in California facing charges. They're accused of faking a bear attack, all for insurance payouts. And
You got to look at this, the picture here. I mean, this is what was found inside the home. Officials say the group submitted a claim saying the so-called bear entered and damaged a 2010 Rolls-Royce while it was parked. This is the video that was submitted to the insurance company that alleges to show the animal entering that car. No trouble there opening that door.
Yeah, investigators watched the video again and again and again and then determined the bear was actually just a person in the bear costume. The group also, get this, submitted claims for damage on 2 other cars, again with video of somebody in a bear suit.
This scam cost the insurance company nearly $142,000. Now, the bear costume was found in the suspect's home. You can see, no, you can't see it on that screen. Once we take down that super, you'll be able to see the claws that were used to scrape up some of the leather in the car, unfortunately.
Can we see the car, the damage to the car real quick?
Yeah, bear's claws, like, listen, the bear's claws are going to tear through the leather seat.
Yeah, not just
scratch it and leave a little scuff mark.
Yeah. This is crazy. All right, well, the 4 people are charged with insurance fraud and conspiracy. Where do you think they got that bear costume?
I don't know, but listen.
I'm not asking for
it's
personal reasons.
It's a good bear costume.
It's all right.
It is.
What does he have, like a vest?
Yeah.
Is it like, does it inflate? Oh, there's the damage to the car. Yeah, that just looks like my car.
Oh yeah, definitely that's $142,000 worth of damage.
Yikes.
What are we thinking? All right, let's move on to some other animal stories this morning. A research team in New Mexico Tech are developing a new way to observe wildlife, and they come from beyond the grave.
Yeah, zombie bird drones. Developers taking dead birds and developing drones and robots to add into the body. All of the birds that are being used have died naturally and have been taxidermied by professionals.
Okay. The animatronic birds are still in testing, but are working to study avian formations, coloration, and communication.
3 different kinds of dead birds have been used so far, including mallard ducks, pheasants, and pigeons. Each serve different purposes. Developers say they've run into a few problems with some of the technology, like bird strikes are pretty common against the robots.
Wow.
And not just because they are fighting for fair union rights. Bird strikes.
Airspace, yes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? I think it's a little odd. Listen, the animals died of natural causes, okay, so we're not harming them or anything like that, and it is for research. It's a little strange.
It's creative.
Yeah, yes, there you go.
Innovative.
I like that. Yep, there we go. We'll go with that.
I wouldn't think to do it.
No, nor would I.
More power to
a
you.
lot of people, I think. We'll move on to a story now about an animal that's alive and well.
Yeah, Mudang, the little pygmy hippo that has taken the internet by storm, now has an official song. Take a listen.
Okay, yeah, that's...
So it's a 50-second long song. It was released yesterday, and believe it or not, is available in 4 different languages.
Look at that! Producer Ashley knows all the lyrics already. Because
yeah.
they're very complicated,
Just a couple,
as you can
yeah.
tell. The song was produced and written by a well-known Thai composer.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you could
That
hear
was
that at
Ashley over the God speaker.
Yes.
Singing the song for us. It was released by one of Thailand's largest music companies. And if you don't know who Mudang is, where have you been?
Yeah. Have you been not watching anything?
Yeah, no, you've obviously been under one of these buckets that
Yeah.
Mudang's standing on, because the Mudang is a hippo who's now 4 months old and has drawn a huge amount of visitors to the zoo.
Yeah, look at that face.
Mudang.
The zoo estimated that it's received 3,000 to 5,000 visitors a day on average?
They just want to see that slippery little bundle of joy. All 4 versions of the Moodang song are available on YouTube and streaming platforms. So when you get home today,
Yeah.
you can listen to it on repeat on your way into work.
Some are saying that it's the equivalent of Baby Shark.
Ooh. That was one of those earworm songs that is stuck in your head,
Yeah.
and you just put it in people's heads.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That
All
was
right.
not my intention.
Well, we're going to have to move on here now and switch gears to something a little different, some music news.
Yeah, Band Aid is returning for the 40th anniversary of Do They Know It's Christmas?
Yes, this is the 4th time the song is being remade. The creator of the original 1984 song announced the upcoming revival.
Proceeds will benefit the Band Aid Charitable Trust. Let's look at this little video.
There you go, coming 25th November. What's interesting here is looking at some of the archival footage that's mixed in with some present day footage.
Yeah.
You definitely know when this really got going by some of those hairstyles and pants.
Yeah, seriously. This is going to make me sound so lame. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't even care. This whole show is about being embarrassing.
Authentic.
Right? Oh, yeah, authentic. That's the word. That song makes me cry every single time.
Does it?
I hear it every version. Totally lame. I don't know. It's probably just like the holiday.
You're going to get another version of it this year, my friend.
goodness.
November 25th. Mark your calendar. What isn't that the day after Thanksgiving this year?
Is it?
Is Thanksgiving the 24th this year?
I believe so. I think.
We'll go with... No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not the 24th.
I'm so sorry.
November
28th.
28th.
All right, so just in time for Thanksgiving.
It is a Thursday,
Which
though.
is great because all the proceeds from the song and all of the work that goes into the song supports anti-poverty initiatives across Africa.
Yeah.
The upcoming 2024 mix is going to be released, like we said, on the 25th. And it does have an impressive list of musicians.
The track is going to feature voices from the Band Aid 1984, including George Michael, Sting, and Boy George.
Yeah, they're also going to have Harry Styles, Chris Martin, the Sugar Babes, and Ed Sheeran.
The historic chart hit, which raised more than $8 million in 1984, again, making a comeback.
Yeah, one of those iconic songs.
40 years, people.
All right, let's get to our final story this morning. It's perfect for the holidays. M&M's releasing a limited edition snack jacket that makes it easy to sneak food into the movie theater or just on the go.
Sold.
Seriously?
I need this for the movie theater, for the gym, for work. I need
my
to wear
goodness.
this all the time. I like this. Look at these pockets, Abigail. She's got pockets in her shoulders for M&Ms.
Yeah, but everybody knows because she's got a big M&M on her shirt.
Who cares? The jacket comes stocked. Look at this. You don't even have to buy supplies.
Yeah.
Comes with M&Ms, of course, napkins, a seat finder flashlight, a popcorn bucket strap, and a complimentary movie pass.
What do you mean a complimentary movie pass?
Well, you're paying for all of this, so they're throwing in the movie pass and saying it's free.
Okay, it's a one-size-fits-all. It sells for $11.75. Oh, okay, only 14 jackets are being made.
Why?
I don't know. They're being released tomorrow in 2 separate drops of 7.
Okay, is there a reasoning for them being $15.92?
I don't know. I don't know.
That seems strange. Okay, I'm gonna try and buy one. M&M, listen.
They watch the show.
We all know the Green M&M watches every morning.
Huge fan.
Huge fan. I want one of these.
We could probably make you one.
No, I want an M&M branded one with a napkin dispenser sleeve, an interior, what does that say? Something pocket?
Snacktical pocket.
Snacktical pocket. Free tickets for, it's free tickets for a year. It's not.
And this is only $11.75?
Well, maybe that's why there's 15 of them. It's a promo item. You get to go to the movies for free with your jacket. Yup, so I'll do that. Easy snack access pockets in the shoulder and a seat finder flashlight. Look at that. Have you ever seen a popcorn belt look that cool?
No, I haven't. I've never seen a popcorn belt, I'll be honest.
Man, Gotta get me one of those.
Okay, I'll do my best.
You know, in middle school, I was a rounder kid.
How round?
And well, I was referred to as a peanut M&M. It was hurtful, but maybe that's why I want this jacket. To take me back.
Take you back to your roots.
Take me back. Yeah. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this. Mic check. One,
Check
two,
the
three.
mic.
I'm on my way. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Mic check.
We're just giving a mic check.
Welcome back. It's time for this morning's edition of Filling Your Feed, where we share some of the top news stories and what you need to know about them.
Yeah, let's get right into our first story this morning. Turning to the White House, where President-elect Donald Trump is continuing to fill his cabinet and the key posts.
Yeah, Republicans now confirmed to have control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
Trump selecting Florida Representative Matt Gaetz to serve as Attorney General. Trump writing that Gaetz has, quote, distinguished himself in Congress through his focus on achieving desperately needed reform at the Department of Justice.
Trump went on to say that Gaetz would, quote, restore Americans' badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department.
Now, many Republicans were puzzled over the nomination, with some saying they hope they can fill his seat with another member of the GOP, while others refuse to comment on this nomination.
He's got an appropriate pick. He was not anybody's top 5, 10, or even 50 list of the folks who I was speaking to.
I'm having trouble.
What about Matt Gaetz? Do you support him? We have a confirmation process.
I don't know yet. I have to think about that one.
Do you have any concerns about it?
We'll see.
Do you think Matt Gaetz is confirmable?
We'll find out, won't we?
Senator Kennedy, what do you think of Matt Gaetz as Attorney General?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Now, once he is formally nominated by Trump, Gaetz will need approval from the Senate. Democratic Senator Chris Coons appeared on CNN saying proper vetting will take place.
The Senate has a critical guardrail function to play, where we should look at whether someone is appropriate to serve in a role. The Attorney General is the top law enforcement officer of the United States, and given an ongoing ethics investigation in the House, given some of the allegations that have been made against Congressman Gaetz, and given some of his conduct, I think this will be a robust and thorough confirmation process. My hope is that my colleagues in the Republican caucus will urge the president to reconsider.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says Gates tendered his resignation from the House, which ended the investigation by the House Ethics Committee for sexual misconduct. He has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing.
Now, so far, Trump has named at least 16 members of his new administration, including Susie Wiles as chief of staff, Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State,
Pete Hegseth as Defense Secretary, Governor Kristi Noem as Secretary of Homeland Security,
and Tulsi Gabbard as Director of National Intelligence, Representative Elise Stefanik as the UN Ambassador.
Mike Huckabee will be serving as Ambassador to Israel, Steve Witkoff as Special Envoy to the Middle East,
Representative Mike Waltz as National Security Advisor, John Ratcliffe as the CIA Director.
Also, Lee Zeldin as the Environmental Protection Agency Administrator, Bill McGinney as the White House Counsel.
Now, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead a new Department of Government Efficiency, and Tom Homan will be the border czar.
Now, as a reminder, there are 67 days until President-elect Trump's inauguration on January 20th, 2025.
And of course, we will continue to follow this story and new developments as they become available both on air and on 13web.com.
8:27, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester. We're back right after this.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome back to ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Track. Sorry I had to swallow
That's
there.
all
I was
right.
going to start to talk. We do have a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, but we want to dive right back into the show. This month, the RPO and Rochester City Ballet, they're teaming up for a holiday classic.
Yeah, the Nutcracker and the string of shows will mark the duo's 25th anniversary performing together. And Chris Lopez is live with the Rochester City Ballet at headquarters this morning. What are we doing, Chris?
He was stretching there.
Beautiful.
Stretching it out.
Something tells me they
In
use
the
a
right
bar
side.
when they stretch, Chris.
Get in the left side. I gotta get the oblique muscles going on. Just kidding. I'm not dancing. I'm just stretching. I'm gonna leave that to the professionals like Kate, who is standing right next to me. You are going to be the sugar plum fairy. I want to get into that a little bit before we get into the children in this, but the sugar plum fairy, huge role. Are you nervous at all?
Very nervous. Already nervous. The shows aren't for 2 weeks and I'm still nervous. So yeah, no, it's a big role to take on, but it's something you dream of. So it's really a fun moment to come full circle from starting at 3 years old.
Ever played sugar plum fairy?
Yes, this is I think this is my 3rd time. Yeah.
Okay, I
so-
wish you luck. I like that you said you were nervous and admitted that. I appreciate that. Most people say no. And you guys do so much here for children.
Yes.
Scholarship programs here. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so we're really lucky. This year we have over 170 community children in the production, so they're able to experience the magic of the live orchestra, a professional company, beautiful costumes, and thanks to generous supporters, we're able to offer Nutcracker scholarships to some of these students who may otherwise not be able to afford the performance fees. So they're able to be in this production and experience the magic, and that's something we're really proud of and excited about. And something else that we're lucky to provide, thanks to these generous donations, are interpreters for our hard of hearing students. So we have 3 deaf children in our production this year, and they're going to be angels, and they have an interpreter for every single rehearsal, show, backstage. So we're really thankful for the Genesee Valley Council on the Arts for that. That's been amazing, so we're happy.
And what's that like interacting with the kids? You used to be a child dancer, and then I'd imagine you see a little bit of yourself in them?
Yes, for sure. This is what made me want to dance, was the Nutcracker, and seeing professional dancers every day and interacting with the kids and seeing their excitement. It reminds me why you do it, and they bring the magic back. Sometimes, you know, you have long days or tough days or your body hurts, and seeing their smiles, you remember, I wanted to do this so badly, and here I am doing it. And you only get to dance for so long, so you're just reminded each year why you do it and why you love it.
And I asked Megan and Shannon how many times they did the Nutcracker. How many times have you done the Nutcracker?
Oh my goodness. So it's been like 25 years of Nutcracker and multiple Nutcrackers per year. So that's math I'm scared to do on live TV. But it's been 25 years of Nutcrackering.
Still exciting?
Still exciting, still my favorite time of the year. It's something I would miss terribly if we weren't able to do it. And so I'm very, very excited and happy we're here.
And I want to show our audience, we have Sam inside your performance room, and she is doing a solo. Can you expand upon that?
So you're seeing Sam rehearse the Christmas spirit, and that's something that's unique to our Nutcracker. Not very many Nutcrackers have a Christmas spirit, and she kind of ties together the whole story. Her magic is what protects Clara and brings her along through the story, and so she's kind of a guardian. And in this solo, normally Clara, who is played by a community child, is there with her, and this year we're lucky we have 2 very talented Claras, Anna and Natalie, and so normally they're running in and out of the solo and experiencing the magic, and we're really excited to have Christmas spirit because it is unique to our Nutcracker and makes us a little bit different and special.
And you guys can tune in to the RPO Rochester City Ballet and see a performance just like you were watching, only on stage with the live music, starting the 27th of November, 7 p.m. We will have information on how you can get tickets on our website on Fox Rochester. You can visit the RPO's website. You can also visit the Rochester City Ballet's website. Tons of ways to get your tickets. Dan, Abby, I'm going to send it back to you guys in studio.
Chris, I firmly believe you should get out on that floor and learn a couple of steps. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It is.
Incredible.
We're confident in your abilities, Chris.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Time right now is 8:35. Don't go anywhere. We have much more to get to here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're finding out just how kind we actually are.
Boy, stick around. We're back after this. Good morning, Ashley.
Ashley,
can you
can you-
talk?
Test, test, test. Can you hear me? Test, test, test.
Yep, they've got you. Thank you.
Awesome. Yep.
Welcome back. So we talked about it yesterday. It was World Kindness Day, which every day should be.
It really should be. It should be. You should be doing acts of kindness every day.
Yeah, but our good friend and America's Joy Magnet, Sherry Elise, told us a little something to try. It's called a KQ test. It's kind of like an IQ.
Yeah, it's like an IQ quiz, but it's kinder. So we thought we would try and find out our own kindness quotient and see how kind we actually are.
Okay, so I took the quiz already. Producer Ashley is here to help Dan take the quiz. She is running our news computer right now. Ashley, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
I'm so glad to be here.
And we're glad
Ashley,
to
I
have
better
you.
pass.
Let's hope.
So
hope
I
you
took
do
mine,
too.
so this is just going to be you taking the quiz.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's dive right in.
Okay.
Okay. So we're seeing the questions right there on the screen.
Ashley, can you make those bigger by chance?
Or can you
no?
just read them to me? Because I can't
I'll
see
read
that.
them to you. Okay. Given the opportunity, would you forgive the debt of a neighbor? You have 4 options. Very unlikely, unlikely, likely, or very likely.
Oh, very likely.
Forget, like, the debt, like the full debt.
Yeah.
Dan, you got to be honest here.
Yes.
Okay. Return lost items to a neighbor. Same
Yeah.
options.
Yeah, very likely.
Okay. Leave a note after damaging a neighbor's car.
Yes.
Okay, wait. So you're
Okay,
judging right now. It's gonna get crazier. So
Okay.
just hold on.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Very likely. 100%.
Get fit with a neighbor. Whatever that means.
I think that means the neighbor wants to get fit and wants like a morning walking buddy or something like that. I don't know. What are the other
all
end
the same.
options?
Very likely, unlikely, likely, very likely.
Unlikely.
You wouldn't go on a walk with your neighbor, but you're gonna forgive their debt?
Yeah, I don't need to hang out. I don't need to hang out.
All right, it's fine.
I don't like you that much.
Yeah. Well, what neighbor are we talking about? Which side?
I don't know if it actually means your
I
next
like
door
the
neighbor.
neighbor to my left.
All right, come on.
There's
We gotta
nobody in
keep
the house
this
on the
rolling
right.
here. We gotta
Add a
keep it
neighbor's
going.
birthday to your calendar. Same option.
Yes.
Which one? You can't just say
Likely or
yes.
very likely?
Very likely.
Okay.
Because it's on the calendar.
Bail a neighbor out of jail.
Ooh. Is there a depends on what they did?
I mean, I guess that's
No.
I guess that's
Dan,
likely.
Yes, no, maybe, unlikely, likely. Come on. Like,
Maybe?
That's not. Dan.
I'm sorry. Very unlikely, unlikely, likely, very likely. Unlikely.
Not even very.
Okay,
Just
yeah, then I
no,
need to change
first
my.
answer. Go.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Drive safely when you have a neighbor in the car.
Or drive safely all the time.
I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
very
but-
likely.
Okay. Be honest to a neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
Very likely.
Okay.
Very likely?
Yeah.
What if, like, they are doing something not good? What if they're like, why didn't you bail me out of jail?
Well, I'll
What are you
be
gonna say?
honest at that point. I've already forgiven your debt. I don't need to pick you up out of jail.
He's running low on cash.
Yeah.
Okay. Throw a luxurious party for a neighbor.
unlikely.
Oh, okay. That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, what? I'll throw a party for myself.
Say thank you to a neighbor.
Yes, very likely.
Donate funds to a neighbor. The human fund, if you will.
The human fund.
Yeah, haven't I already forgiven their debt and bailed them out of
Let's say
jail?
it's another neighbor. Another neighbor.
The other side, sure.
Across the road.
Yes.
Which one? Very or likely?
What
Which
was
one?
the question?
Likely or
Donate
very likely?
funds.
Donate funds, yeah, very likely.
Okay. Look after a deceased neighbor's pet.
Oh, this is hitting close to home, people. That one hits close to home. I would have, yes, very likely. I absolutely would have.
Okay. Hold the door open for a neighbor.
Yes, very likely.
Pay for a neighbor's groceries at the supermarket.
Yes, very likely.
Give a gift and nice note to a neighbor. Very?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Let a neighbor ahead of you in line.
Yeah.
See, like those are easy.
Yeah.
Easy yeses. Okay.
Admit a mistake to a neighbor.
Yes.
Cover
Okay,
the
didn't
tab
bail you out
for
of
a
jail.
neighbor.
Cover a tab?
Yeah.
This is a costly neighbor.
Yeah.
And they need to get their life in order. They're in jail. They're in debt. Cover a tab?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Likely. I would say.
Likely. Likely
Let's
that
be
you're
honest
pushing it.
here.
Jeez. Defend a neighbor by confronting a gunman. These get really intense really quickly.
Wow.
Yeah. You really got to think.
Defend a neighbor by confronting a gunman?
Yeah.
Whew!
Specifically, think about your neighbors.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what my reaction would be. Nobody's
Yeah.
ever pointed a gun
Yes.
in my direction. Thankfully.
I know. I wish there was a middle section.
So I would go likely.
Likely.
I would go likely because I would like to believe that I would.
Surprise a neighbor with their favorite things.
Likely.
Money.
Yeah,
That's all they want.
I'm poor because my neighbor took
Okay.
it all.
Adopt the child of a neighbor who passed away. Would you do this?
No, unlikely.
Not very?
No, very unlikely.
Yeah.
I'm not adopting
Do
a
you
child.
feel happy in general, Dan? No, rarely, sometimes, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Okay. What's your age?
You know my age.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
57.
just
Next
put
year's the
40
big
because
one.
that's...
Big old 40. What stops you from doing more kind acts?
Yeah,
more
Darren,
often?
what does?
What keeps me from doing more acts of kindness?
You're out of
My
money.
neighbor,
Money.
my really expensive neighbor.
Money. We'll just say money.
Okay.
What's your gender? Male. Okay. For this purpose,
I want the results.
We're getting
For
the
this
results.
purpose, we're getting the results and we're filling in some phony information. It's
Yep.
a
Using
bogus
AOL.
email address.
okay, get my results.
That's
Daniel,
actually...
What?
Your
Are you
score?
kidding
Yo,
me?
I am a friendly
This is
human
insane.
being.
Wait, does it say the number?
Yeah, it's up at the top.
Yeah, 87, baby.
Oh, there it is.
7%. You're
What does
kinder
it
than
mean?
me.
What does it say, though?
So, you've already shown remarkable kindness with a KQ that reflects 87% care for neighbors compared to yourself. But what's your next act of kindness going to be? That's it. That doesn't give you any sort of...
You know,
Got
I'm
it.
hearing a lot about giving the neighbor money, but there's nothing about your work
Your
wife,
coworker.
Your coworker.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Well,
Let me ask, is it the same questions for
Yeah.
everyone?
yes. Yeah.
I got an 83.
An average of people get like a 72, it shows.
And you have neighbors on both sides of your house.
Well, my neighbors are amazing. They're the kindest people ever.
They're the ones forgiving your debt and bailing you out of
I don't know
jail.
about that, but
Okay,
they've been nothing but great.
let's wrap it up.
All right, yeah, 80. Listen, I think that's a respectable, and nothing is wrong with an 83.
No.
No.
I mean, you know, some people here got like a 50.
Who?
We won't
They'll
name names.
remain nameless.
Ashley?
No.
Oh, yes. Yup. So one of the big people. We're not going to say anything. Stick
Fine.
around. When we come back, a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
Ashley, thanks for the help. We're back after this. But I digress.
So if you could just
Thanks for the smiles.
Love it.
That was very kind.
We're right here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you?
Very well. How about yourself?
Well, I'm Vicki.
Dan,
Adler,
nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to
Good
meet you.
morning.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Coming in.
Good
Hey,
morning.
how are you?
Come in.
Come on in.
I brought you stuff I can give it to you later.
Oh,
I watch you guys every morning.
that is so
I'm your
kind.
biggest fan.
Thank you very much.
husband tweets
You
all
can
the
get
time.
anywhere over there, have a seat on the couch over there.
He's like, chair there.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, well that's very kind.
But if you do something funny, he'll go like, nice one.
Oh man. I'll have to check. I try not to read the comments, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be unfriendly places.
Thank you both so much for coming in. Really
Yes.
Thanks for having us. And being open to it.
Absolutely.
All right, Vicki Adler?
Yes.
Great. And Susan Warrington?
Yes.
Andrew Warrington? Is that your
Yes.
husband? Okay. All right, I'll take a look. I feel like I have seen the name.
Uh, 8:48 this Thursday morning, and in your community, one nonprofit organization is dedicated to providing an extraordinary gift to those in need, bringing sight to the sightless.
Yeah, this morning we're getting a closer look at all the amazing work done by Lions Eye Bank of the Northeast. And they do have a Rochester office. We're joined now by the Executive Director, Vicki Adler, and Hospital and Community Development, that's Susan Warrington. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for coming in.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
Let's dive right in. If you don't mind, tell us a little bit about what Lions Eye Bank of the Northeast actually does.
We recover corneas for transplant, someone who is suffering from corneal blindness. And we do research in regards to those blindnesses that we can't truly cure, like macular degeneration, things like that.
And so the process really here is giving sight back to those who no longer have it, correct?
Correct.
How does that whole process play out?
It stems from a law that when a patient dies in a hospital, the patient's referred to a donation program, and then based on their health and circumstances of death, we then are able to do, one agency covers organs, one does tissue, we do the ocular portion of recovery. So either a person signs up on the registry for New York State, we check that registry and we tell the family that their loved one made that decision already. That's really helpful for a lot of families because they don't know what to do when there is a death. And if the family is in agreement, we do a notification and then we do a recovery at the hospital.
Let me ask as a follow-up to that. Is it the one box on our ID and on the government paperwork at the DMV that will take care of all of it, just organ donation, that will include ocular?
Yeah, and I think you can choose now. I think, and back in the day it was, you know, I'm an organ donor, one box. But now you can go on and choose organs or ocular.
Specific ones.
Tissue or,
My sister was an organ donor recipient. She got a heart back in 2021, I believe, 2021. And, you know, it's such an emotional experience for the recipient. There's a lot of joy, right? Because, you know, I get to continue on my life. But there's also that sadness that somebody else had to lose theirs so that I can keep on living. What is it like for the both of you, day in and day out, to see kind of that bittersweet feeling?
I'm really passionate about it because I mean I always say it's thinking about someone else when you pass away. You know, you spend a lot of time at the end of your life hopefully thinking about what you're going to do with your estate, your car, who's your beneficiary, your 401k, but no one really considers their body being valuable, but it is valuable to someone who's not 100% healthy. So the best time to think about it is when you're healthy with your loved ones so that they're not making that decision for you. in a day that, is heavy on the heart and filled with grief.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot. There would be a tug of war of emotions, coming from both sides, and I would imagine it's difficult to handle on a daily basis. But how did the two of you get started in this?
Well, I'm a nurse, so I saw the organ donation team, and I knew that was something I wanted to be involved in, because not only are you helping the family losing their loved one, but then all the recipients of organs, tissues, and eyes. So there was no greater mission for me and challenge at the same time to make sure that I did everything well enough that there is someone walking around today, maybe still, who received, a heart or sight or any other tissue, from an orthopedic procedure, things like that. So, yeah.
And how about for you?
I started out actually as an artist, and I have a degree in art, majoring in photography. And, the eye is built like the camera. And so when I started doing photography, I ended up going into medical photography, specializing in ophthalmic photography. And having the vision as an artist, you're thinking about your sight all the time. So for me, this career is, giving someone else back that sight, that if I lost it, it's, life-changing. You can imagine you wouldn't be able to drive, you wouldn't be able to work, you can't see your loved ones' faces. I mean, I couldn't imagine going through day in and day out like that. So it just gives me passion.
What would be your message to those watching at home who have never considered organ donation before?
I think they need to find some information. They can go to our website or New York State Donate Life website and just get informed and make that decision. But tell the family. Tell your family that it's yes, or tell the family, it's just not for me. Or like you're saying, that is it that full box of everything, or I can donate organs and tissues and eye, or a different variation, whatever is comfortable. But at some point, it will touch everyone's life.
Yeah,
And they
it
just need to
really
be
is the
prepared.
gift of life, and it's truly incredible and remarkable. Thank you both so much for coming in and for the work that you do.
Yeah,
it's
truly amazing.
really life-changing work
Thank
that
you.
you do.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We'll post all of the organ donation information that you need to be aware of, and all of the information on Lions Eye Bank of the Northeast on our website, foxrochester.com.
Hey, don't go anywhere. 8:54. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester. Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
Hello. Should I continue just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Good Thursday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. The U of R says it has identified several persons of interest tied to anti-Semitic posters placed around campus. Hundreds of posters depicting Jewish community members as wanted were found in buildings across campus on Sunday. The university calls them disturbing and divisive. We have talked to one of the faculty members featured on the posters who says those posters are harmful to students looking for an inclusive community. The fourth of 5 area Walgreens stores slated to close will shutter today. That location is on the corner of South Goodman Street and Monroe Avenue. The pharmacy has cited financial reasons. A Seneca Falls man is awaiting arraignment on charges of child abuse. 24-year-old Shurik Hendricks is accused of injuring a child under the age of 1 last October, requiring medical treatment. Hendricks was charged with second-degree assault and endangering the welfare of a child. New developments in the effort to bring home a Dansville man who has been wrongfully detained by the Taliban for more than 2 years. We've recently learned that Ryan Corbett is being held in a basement in Kabul alongside another wrongfully detained man. That man, George Glesman, who's from Atlanta, recently spoke about the 2 men's health and pleaded to President Biden to help free them. Earlier this year, the Senate passed a resolution calling for Ryan Corbett's immediate release. A similar resolution was also passed in the House. Now, for all of these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit our website, 13wham.com. Stick around. Arc Rochester is back right after this.
Good Thursday morning. It's Friday Eve, and it's also 9 o'clock on this November 14th. Thanks for joining us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
I'm Stephanie Joseph.
And I'm Dan Schrack, and this is Pickled Products right here on Arc Rochester. We've got a lot coming up on Arc Rochester. 'Tis the season of cold weather. We're going to be looking ahead to the 2nd annual winter coat drive. It's happening this weekend with Poverty Project Prevails.
Yep, and then later on, we're going to be going over our results for our poll of the day. This morning, we asked you, which local activity is is always part of your pre-holiday traditions. Steph, do you want to read the options?
Of course, a live performance, a holiday market, and seeing a tree lighting or shopping small businesses.
There you go. We want you to weigh in. I just
Yes.
spilled pickle all over me, but that's okay.
Scan
I
that
have some
QR
napkins.
code with
No,
your
it's all good.
smartphone. That's going to take you to our X social media page. You can weigh in on that poll, repost the poll, comment below the poll. Keep them clean, keep them kind, and we'll review those answers coming up at the end of the hour. But we're going to dive right back in now and talk about pickles.
It's
because
national, there's a national day for everything.
yeah, if you couldn't tell, we're making a big deal out of this national holiday.
Yeah, National Pickle Day. We thought we would use this as an excuse to eat some pickled flavored products or just pickled things in general. Nobody likes my idea of peanut butter and pickle sandwiches, which is fine.
I'd be willing to try it.
No.
I'll make you one. I'll bring it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Okay, great. Awesome. You're going to miss out.
Listen, I think pickles have. I gotta be like in the mood.
Okay.
It's the whole vinegary.
Are you in the mood now?
I have to be, right?
Yeah. All right.
Look at
A little
that.
fun
Plant
fact
it.
for you.
I
Let's
wish
get
I
into
brought
it.
my utensils. I'm usually good about bringing everything.
It's
Some
okay.
plates and some
What do we
napkins.
want to try first?
Well, first we're going to start off with some fun facts because learning is great. Pickling is one of the oldest forms of food preservation, discovered at the dawn of civilization.
Do you smell that?
Thousands of years ago in Mesopotamia.
Yeah, North Americans prefer pickles with warts. Europeans prefer wartless pickles.
How do you feel?
I don't know what a wart pickle is.
No, it has
it's got the bumps.
Yes.
Oh,
Kind of like if you've seen on a cucumber, because you know it's pickled cucumber, basically, right?
yep.
Refrigerated pickles account for about 20% of all pickle sales.
Huh.
We have some in the vending machine. I'm a frequent flyer.
We do. International Pickle Week is one of the country's longest running food promotions. It's been observed for more than 50 years.
According to the U.S. Supreme Court, pickles aren't technically a fruit.
Is it because of seeds?
I want to know why the Supreme Court has a
Fruit
rule
of
on
the
that.
vine.
Oh.
A fruit on.
Well, Americans consume more than 2.5 billion pounds of pickles each year. That's 20 billion pickles.
That's a lot of pickles. Good pickles have an audible crunch at 10 paces. What? 10 paces away, you can hear the crunch. This can be measured at crunch off using the scientific device known as the audible crunch meter. Pickles that can be heard at only one pace are known as denture dills.
That's hilarious.
interesting.
All right, well, let's get
dive
into
in.
it. Yeah,
I'm a
The
fan.
smell is overwhelming.
it is. It's very pickly.
Look at this. Stephanie's just going
she's
in for
ready.
the
Because
personal
I
size,
imagine that
going
this
right
is
into
going to
it.
taste like bread and butter pickles, which was a favorite in my household.
What are those?
It's like a flavor of them.
No, what
They're like
ones are
sweeter.
those?
Oh, these are the sweet petites.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have those.
Okay.
What else do we have? We've got the kosher dill petites.
Yep.
We have. Yeah, go ahead.
Nice pepperoncini just because, oh my God, who doesn't love a good pepperoncini?
Though I honestly,
No?
man, when
Well,
I
with
worked at a
pizza.
pizzeria for 3 hours, I had to chop up a lot of those, and it was just a lot.
Delightful.
You know, yeah, okay. What am I don't
These
know
aren't
where to
too
start.
bad.
No? Mm-hmm. All right, I'll go with the dill petites. Dan, do me a favor, take 10 paces away so we can figure
Yes.
out. Steph, take a
Right.
bite. Hold on.
Wait.
Oh, I took
hang
one.
on. Hang on. Ready? I'm going to count this.
Yep. 1, 2,
2, 3,
You're very good at that.
4,
4,
5,
6.
I've had practice. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
All right, Steph. You got bite it. So, yeah.
I heard it.
It could have been the earpiece.
No, it came in through my left ear.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard it. Audible crunch on that.
Yep.
What kind is that?
This is the dill.
Can I
the
have one of
kosher
those?
dill.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Amazing.
The sweet petites.
No notes. These are delicious.
The sweetness is
that's
there.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's like
Kind of like,
it's like sugar water.
yes.
You
yeah.
Want you want a dill? Little baby?
Sure. I had this.
You did?
Yeah.
No, these are different.
No, those
These
are
Oh,
different.
these are the dill ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the. You had the sweet ones earlier.
Do you want to try a Planters? Can I have one of those napkins?
Yes.
Thank you. I have pickle juice on my
There you go.
hands.
These are the ones I'd take off the burger.
Oh,
okay.
really?
See,
Yeah.
I like load them up. If I get any kind of like cheeseburger, anything, oh my gosh.
But if they have it sliced in half as like a garnish, I'll eat it.
Interesting.
That tastes like pickle. And it's just like,
Well, I should hope so.
The sweet petites are where it's at.
all
How
right,
are those?
Blender's
Vegan?
cashews. Haven't had them yet. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Are they vegan?
I don't know. I got to read the back. I would imagine they are,
Thank you.
but we'll double
good.
check.
They're good. Hey, our breath is going to be really bad.
We're gonna be rocking.
Yeah, we're going to have guests after this. Do
This
we?
is good.
Garlic. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't
ooh.
mind this.
Can
I
you eat
think
those?
I can eat it.
the taste of the nuttiness balances out with.
Does it?
I would put this on a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's actually very
it's
pleasant.
delightful. Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
I'm on board.
Okay. There are other bizarre pickle products.
I remember the Kool-Aid pickles.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, from like 6, 7 years,
No.
8 years ago, 10 years
Were they
ago.
It was
different
not that
color?
long. It was not that long ago.
I tried them.
7 years
did you
ago?
like
I swear. Yeah. Because I wasn't working here.
Okay. All right.
All right. Oh, sorry. Kool-Aid pickles. Pickled cotton candy? That sounds disgusting.
I'll try it.
Pickled cheesecake?
No.
Pickled beer?
I would try pickle beer.
Pickled pizza?
Had that.
Pickled Bloody Marys? Sure.
Okay.
Pickled soda? No. Pickled martinis?
No.
No. Well, wait. I don't know.
Because if it's kind of like an olive.
Yeah, I do. Listen, I like a dirty martini. Yep. Pickle ice cream? No.
I might try, although, do you guys remember the macaroni and cheese one? The macaroni and cheese ice cream?
No.
I heard,
yes, I do.
yeah. So if it's anything like that, maybe not.
Okay. Now those, they're on to something. Because that's good.
Mixed review. I'll be honest.
Mixed review, I like them. Okay.
It has a tang.
It says tangy right on the back.
Does it?
Yeah.
Up next, we have got some pickle de gallo.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Pickle de gallo.
All right. Oh. This is what I spilled on myself. So already we're not off to a great start.
It's okay.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
Steph?
All right.
Boom.
Got it.
Okay.
Abigail.
It's good.
Reaction.
It's all right. It's okay. It's decent.
You know,
Pass.
It's all right.
it tastes fresh.
It's, you know what? If I had a dip party, I would buy that for the dip party.
Well,
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so
It's got a bit of spicy kick to it.
I think the question here is,
Yeah.
which ones would we buy?
I want to try the pickle ketchup before we.
Oh, we didn't do
officially
that. I
decide.
forgot.
Yes, because it smelled so good.
Pickle ketchup.
It's like a mix ketchup and relish, except it's.
I was a big ketchup and relish fan.
Was?
Always. Well, because I haven't had relish in so long,
Yeah.
but
How
I should
are
make
we-
a homemade burger.
I was just gonna dip a chip in it.
Yeah.
Good call.
Thank you. Can you eat one of those chips or no?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Don't double
Hold on.
dip. You only dip once.
You only dip once. Don't double dip the chip.
Don't double dip.
That's what Jerry Seinfeld taught me.
Yep.
Okay. You smell it?
I don't want to.
Okay,
I'm just
that's
gonna.
fine.
I much rather taste it
All
than.
right.
I don't like the smell of ketchup. It doesn't go away.
Ah. Okay.
No,
No.
it's not necessary. It's not bad.
It's fine.
It's not.
Actually,
Listen, do you put it out at the barbecue? Sure.
I don't mind it.
Oh,
I gotta try it again.
You ever had mayo chop?
no.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's kind of
No.
like that. Pretty good.
The idea of mayonnaise.
Delicious.
Raw egg and oil just blended together. No,
Yeah.
Well, when you
thank
market
you.
I don't
like
hate
that.
it.
I know.
Actually, this is an embarrassing.
Okay,
good
okay,
snack.
so this is the question. We've got one item that we absolutely would buy. I would absolutely buy these.
I agree.
I'm on board with this.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Okay. You gotta get the pepperoncinis. I didn't like the kosher dills. I did like the sweet petites.
Yes.
was not a fan of the Pickle de Gallo.
I thought that was okay. Obviously, Pico is great.
Yeah.
Better.
That it is.
When this
I'd
is
buy
available.
it all. Not all at once.
Does anybody have any gum?
I do.
Okay, we've got people coming into the studio.
Yeah, that's not good.
And this is not good.
I also have mouthwash.
We should have done this at the end of the show. Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this. .15, welcome back. The end of the year is coming up. We're almost done with 2024, which is hard to believe. No, I can't.
I know.
And if you're like us, you've probably already been asked to keep in mind your vacation time.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start blocking it off now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And if you're going on vacation this winter, we've got some ideas right for you this morning to avoid the crowds and add to your winter bucket list.
One of those locations is Glenwood Springs, Colorado, and that is where we find our travel expert, Janine Tornator. It looks so beautiful there. It is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
Is that, Janine, is that like a cloud formation that's right behind you that we're seeing?
It is the steam coming up from these therapeutic mineral baths here at Glenwood Hot Springs Resort. And, you hear about this trend of, therapeutic, ways to stay healthy. And I'm telling you, this type of vacation is going to become more and more popular. And what's cool about, out here in Colorado is everybody thinks of, the big resort destinations like Vail and Aspen and Breckenridge. But there are so many other ways to experience the mountains out here, whether you want to add it on to one of those trips because they're pretty close by, or actually make one of these trips its own vacation. So yeah, this idea of coming to different hot springs is becoming more and more popular. In fact, there is the Colorado Hot Springs Historic Loop here in the state where they have 23 hot spring soaking experiences that you can take in around the state. This is one of my favorite because this has been around since 1888, this hot springs resort, and it is home to the world's largest hot springs pool that you are seeing here. They also have their new Yampa mineral baths that they just introduced last May, and they're even adding a new boutique hotel on this spring. Also here in Glenwood Springs is Iron Mountain Hot Springs, where they have 16 different geothermal pools. They added 10 new riverside pools recently. They've got cold plunges, and you're also can experience a vapor cave, the Yampa Spa and Vapor Cave, which are these underground caverns where the spring waters come in and fill it with therapeutic steam. The Native Americans actually used to use this, and now you can go and stay here in Glenwood Springs and experience that yourself. So some really cool ways to kind of get that nice therapy in a beautiful outdoor setting.
Janine, you just listed off like 9 vacations worth of things to do in one spot.
I can tell you, sitting in that hot spring or even just being around it would fix every single problem in my life.
And the cool thing is all these pools are like different temperatures, so you can go from one to the other, get in the cold plunge, go back in, and really have a whole day here. It's really cool.
Cooked alive.
Oh,
let me roast in there.
That sounds absolutely incredible. Where else are people going, Janine?
Well, a lot of people love to come out here. They want to experience the mountains, and they may want to ski or they may not want to ski. And there are great ways to get on the mountain and be in the middle of these landscapes. So one of my favorites is snowmobiling. My teenagers love this. It's such a fun way to get out and be in the mountains. And there are so many great places to do it around the state. Right here nearby is Sunlight Mountain Resort that you're seeing here with some beautiful landscapes. Another one of my favorites is going to Grand Junction, Colorado, where you can actually take guided excursions on snowmobiles and explore Grand Mesa National Forest, which is really cool. Another fun one for families, cross-country skiing and snowshoeing that you're seeing here. Colorado has over 20 Nordic centers across the state, so many different places to do this, and they're really cool experiences that can go along with these. So in Leadville, Colorado, you can actually snowshoe or cross-country ski up to Tennessee Pass Cookhouse, where you then get rewarded with this awesome candlelight 4-course dinner. And then near Crested Butte, Colorado, is the Magic Meadows Yurt, where they have moonlight snowshoe and cross-country ski dinners too. So, you get out there, you get some exercise, you see these beautiful landscapes, and then you get to enjoy these really cool dinners out in the middle of the mountains.
I would like to do one of those guided trips. That, I think, would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. That would be super
and I didn't mention too, another one that I think a lot of people are intimidated by, but it's really cool to experience, is ice climbing. There are so many cool places to learn to do that around the state, and really great outfitters that will teach you everything you need to know. Places like Park City, Colorado, which is in the San Juan Mountains. They actually added a bunch of new terrain, and Ouray, Colorado, where they actually celebrate with this pro ice climbing event festival every year. So you can actually go out. If you're not ready to go up, watch all the pros do it and get inspired. But yeah, that's another really fun one too.
One sounds better than the next.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love that you're making the best of the winter months, right? You're kind of embracing the cold and the snow. You've got your nice hat on. I can see that you're all bundled up, and you're making the best of it with some really fun activities: snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, regular skiing, snowboarding, ice climbing. All great ways to get out, enjoy the beauty around you, get some physical fitness in, and explore a new place.
Yeah, there's so many ways out here. And I have to tell you, too, like, if you are someone who wants to come out here and ski, if you're willing to get a little off the beaten path, there are some really affordable options, too, and places where you're going to find less crowds. So just to give you a couple of examples, near here, again, Sunlight Mountain Resort, they have these swim, ski, and ski packages, which are really a great value for families. Near Durango, Colorado, is Purgatory Ski Resort. This is one of my favorites, and they have their kids' powder kids season pass. So kids 12 and under will ski for free the entire season there if you go. Wow. Loveland Ski Area, which a lot of people drive past on the way up to some of the bigger resorts, they have free snowcat skiing on the Continental Divide. And then another smaller hill called Howelson Hill, which is near Steamboat, they have free skiing on Sundays. So look, there are so many great ways to experience Colorado. Getting off the beaten path, I think, is a new way to get out here and do it.
I like that, because a lot of families think, oh, we're a ski trip, Vail, you think about just the cost of any of that, and right away it's a no-go for the family. But with options, I mean, there's more likely that people can do it.
Yeah, and so many of these resorts are so close to each other that you could do a big ski resort like Vail one day, then go ski for free on Sunday over at Howelson Hill or some of these others. And another thing I should mention too is to make it more affordable, it is pretty easy here to go car free. They have the Amtrak train right down to Union Station in Denver. And if you fly in, go downtown, you can get on the Amtrak train and it goes to some of these great ski resorts. And they also have what they call their snow staying bus, also coming up to a lot of these ski resorts as well. So stress-free and affordable to go car-free when you're here.
Janine Tornatore, thank you so much. Get into one of those hot springs now.
Seriously,
warm
girl.
yourself up.
Yes,
We appreciate it.
I will be, believe me.
Hit us with the website for you.
Yeah, definitely follow me on Instagram at The Outside Insider. And I would also say Colorado.com is where you want to find all of these cool places to come out here.
All right.
Perfect.
Good stuff.
Thank
Good
you,
to see you,
Janine.
Janine, as always. And we'll post all this information for you on foxrochester.com like we always do.
I know. Don't you want to go on a vacation now?
So badly. Yes, I do.
Desperately. Hey,
Yes.
don't go anywhere. A lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
Welcome back. It's time for another segment of Filling Your Feed here on ARC Rochester. So let's jump right into some of the top local stories we are following this morning.
Yeah, we're going to start things out with the University of Rochester. Their public safety department says they've identified several persons of interest after anti-Semitic wanted posters were found around the campus over the weekend.
Yeah, the university says the posters targeted Jewish faculty members. Among those depicted was Joy Getnick, the executive director of U of R's Hillel organization, which is considered the center of Jewish life on campus.
Getnick was accused of racism, hate speech, and intimidation, which she says are false. Getnick also says being targeted was alarming and harmful to not only herself, but students on campus looking for an inclusive community.
The university has condemned the posters, saying anti-Semitism will not be tolerated.
The accusations were untrue. They don't reflect who I am or what I do. And I think they speak more to the people who posted them and hateful and biased ideas they have about Jews and Jewish life in Israel than they do about me. When you target a Hillel director, which is really unprecedented, you're targeting what I represent, which is inclusive Jewish life on campus. And that makes it harder for our students to fully experience their authentic Jewish lives.
Now, Getnick hopes there are opportunities to educate people on campus about anti-Semitism and the harm that it causes.
The Department of Public Safety continues to investigate, engaging with local and federal law enforcement.
Switching gears now to the possible major changes coming to the arraignment process in Monroe County, and it could take effect as early as next year.
Certainly could. County Executive Adam Bello's $1.5 million budget proposal, which was revealed last week, includes plans for a new centralized arraignment court at the Hall of Justice.
Bello says the shift aims to improve fairness, get police officers back on the road faster after an arrest, and support judges in making critical arraignment decisions.
Especially when county taxpayers are already paying for a centralized location with the county jail and with the Hall of Justice. And so it really doesn't make sense to have dozens of different processes all taking place, even the judges and the decisions they have to make in terms of the arraignments, the police officers and the police departments in terms of the scheduling and what they have to do, our budgets. It really just works for everybody.
The proposal still has to go through the county ledge and the budget process in December. If approved, like we said, the changes will be made next year.
Now, we, of course, will follow both of these stories for you at home and bring you any updates as they become available, both on air and online at 13wham.com.
Stick around. We have much more to come this morning here on ARC Rochester. We're back after this.
Go past what we did last year.
Wow. 288.
288.
Welcome back, 9:31 this Thursday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridman. We still have a lot to get to this morning. We are going to jump right into our next guest, our next segment this morning, as we all start to bundle up for the season. Keep in mind, not everyone can.
Yeah, that's why Winter Coat Drive is back for a second year.
People can get the coats this Saturday, but donations are still needed. And this specific event is sponsored by Project Prevails. Armette Barnes and Jay Newman from that organization are joining us this morning. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for being here again.
Good morning. Thank you. We appreciate it.
So you've been here before. We've talked about the drive before. You guys had great success last year, but for those who are unfamiliar, can you give us a little overview of the work that you've done?
So basically, we want to warm the community up with coats, hats, scarves, socks, and gloves. And so what we do is we're well-rounded organization. Like we help with mental health, we help with wherever they fall short at, but during the winter, colder moments, we just want to help. This is our second. We did 288 coats last year, so we're just looking to surpass that, you know, with the help of the community, our sponsors that have actually reached out to us, Target, ESNL, and our Mets Care and Share, Chick-fil-A, and all the surrounding libraries as well.
A lot of organizations. That's great
Yes.
that the community wants to take part. I want to go back a little bit further prior to last year.
Okay.
What sparked the realization that there was such a great need that you guys wanted to begin this drive?
I think probably coming from the background of being homeless, being without a coat, being without both of us from our trials and tribulations in life that helped us surpass the without. And so we just generated together and said, you know what, Poverty Project Prevails is definitely something that we want to implement on the community. So, you know, I think we work well together as far as a couple and business partners and caring adults.
How much organization does it take to get this up, running, and as successful as it's been?
You tell them.
Well, it's a lot of work. We're fairly new not-for-profit organization. We started September of last year, and our first coat drive was a success. I actually do support children as well. I have a daycare that I've been providing services for children for about 14 years. So that actually sparked to the needs that I saw, that kids, you know, need hats, coats for the winter months. So we thought, what a better way to just warm the community and give to the kids. We will also have adult coats there, so adults are more than welcome to come out and see what we have available there at Adams Street Recreation Center from 2 to 4.
I think that's absolutely fantastic that you've got something for everyone, but I love that the focus is on the youngest ones, the ones who don't have the biggest voices, because they're our tomorrow and they deserve some protection.
Absolutely.
You know?
Agreed. We this year we have a hired security because my 4-year-old daughter from last year tried to grab all the coats. So there will be some for a lot of the
Keep
youth.
an eye on that
Yeah.
one.
How many did you get away with?
Just one, because I stopped.
All right.
it, you know.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I want to go back really quick. You started in September of last year.
Yes.
You had the jacket drive, coat drive in December. You got 288. Now we have a year under our belt. You've got to be getting ready for quite a few donations, right?
Yeah, we are. Our daughters are on the board, and Shay, she's fantastic. She's doing a lot of the organization, to be honest with you, because that's not me. I'm the delegate. I point to, but it's because of our daughters who really keep things like implemented and like sizes and racks and all that. So that's not me. I'm sales and marketing, and she does well with they do well with the organization, to be honest with you.
That's fantastic. Yeah. For someone sitting at home who says, you know, I'm not in need, but I know someone who is, and on their behalf I want to make a donation. How do they do that? Where do they show up? Does it have to be a new coat? Does it have to have tags on it? What do we need to know?
So preferably for the children, we are asking for new coats or gently used. Hats, scarves, and gloves, we would like for them to be new. And we do have drop-off locations. We have the Irondequoit Library, we have the Winton Library, we have the library on South Avenue, and we also have Chick-fil-A in Henrietta. So we're accepting donations up until tomorrow evening. So if anybody feels free and they can donate and they have the time, we would love that.
Fantastic.
And if you do miss, sorry to cut you, but if you do miss, feel free to go to our website and donate at www.povertyprevails.com.
Yeah, you can help out during the off season too if
That's
you'd
correct.
like.
Yes,
yeah.
So this is going to be an annual, and we do an array of events, not just with coat drives, but we do empowerment. We do it all. We have workshops. So yeah, donating after the Saturday is fine.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time
Yes,
today
thank
and for all of the work that you're doing to support the kids in the community and the adults too, because everybody could use a helping hand
Yeah,
this
it's
time of year.
pretty incredible.
Thanks again for having us.
Good work.
We
Yes,
appreciate it.
absolutely, absolutely. We'll post all of this information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com. So if you want to go on Saturday, you'll know where to be.
Don't go anywhere. Much more to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this.
Oh, when it came out, we were like surprised.
Finally.
.940, welcome back. It's getting colder. We just haven't seen the snow yet, but
Okay
in
with
West Arundecoit, everything has frozen over.
Yeah, Frozen Jr. gonna be on stage at Arundecoit High this weekend, presented by Drake Junior High.
Yeah, we have Rob Line, the director, with us this morning. He brought us Olaf and Elsa. We have Eli Lineman and Madeline Phillips. Good morning to you both. Thank you both for all of you for being here.
We're happy to be here.
You guys have so much energy. It is 9:40, and you're like bouncing off the walls, which I love. You guys clearly are made for the stage. Is this our first performance?
No.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
What other shows have we done?
Well, I've done 16 other shows.
Oh.
So I would not list all of them. But
So how old were you then when you started doing plays?
I started doing plays when I was 10, and now I'm 13. So
That's a lot of work in a short period of time.
And Eli,
I have not done as many as her. She is a huge acting kid. Me too, but I mean, 16 is crazy. I've probably done 8 or 9 shows, and I started acting around the same time when I was 10.
That's amazing.
And how do we feel about Frozen Jr.?
I love Frozen.
Oh, it's really fun. Olaf is such a good character, and we have such a good cast.
So tell us about the show, because we were hearing it's a little different than the movie. Maybe, folks are gonna come and see it and say, wow, I learned something new.
Yeah, I feel like there's a couple big differences between the movie and the musical. I feel like one is that like Elsa's a lot more like you get a lot more deeper into her character, because in the movie it's like she runs away, oh she's back, it's okay, great, but you learn a little bit more about her. And then I feel like it's a lot more ensemble-y in the musical because it's a musical.
Sure.
Also, yeah, and kind of like that.
They add a few songs and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have favorites out there on stage? Is there one song in the show that you're like, oh, this is the best one?
Yes.
Can I guess which one it is?
Yes.
Is it Let It Go?
No.
No?
Really?
No, it's
Okay.
not. It's not. It's a song that's not actually in the movie.
No, it's
our
not.
favorite song, I think our cast can wholeheartedly agree that our favorite song is Huga, which is a song that Oaken and his family sing, and it's all about how you like relax and have fun, and they all get to like dance and do like a big kick line. I'm not in it, but I sing very loudly backstage.
It's super fun.
Wow, okay. That's really cool.
The energy, I love it. Rob, talk to us about the decision to pick this show. We heard during the commercial break that there was begging and pleading for about 9 months.
Yeah, and it goes even beyond that. I mean, like, Frozen, that's kind of a big deal. It was, they've been asking for it for years. And the past couple of years, actually, we've done our warm-up before the last show. They all belt Let It Go. And so this year we were like, okay, let's give the people what they want.
Yeah, well, you've got to, right? You got to listen to the people. And we were saying during the commercial break, it has lived up to the hype. It's just what you wanted and more.
Oh, yes.
It is really
Totally.
fun.
What makes it so fun?
I mean, the songs are iconic. The costumes are amazing. The cast is awesome. Our set people were amazing. And I guess it just like, it lives up to everything you think that Frozen would be.
We have such a great director.
Yeah, we have great directors
Wow.
He's like, I want that lead next year.
Listen, if acting does not work out for you, working in promos of some sort, promotion, I mean, you both have got that.
got it. Look at
You've got that down. What do you think audience response will be when they see you all on stage?
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like trying really hard not to sing, because they're like, I want to sing, but they're going to sing, so I'm not going to sing. So
We toured to our elementary schools in the district and gave a little preview, and the little faces and the voices. It's going to be an electric atmosphere for sure.
Very nice.
I'm wondering, for the both of you, I'd imagine that you grew up watching the movie Frozen, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what is it like now to be Elsa, to be Olaf, and to see those little kids who were in the same seats, who were in that same position, see them looking up at you with such wonder and such excitement?
I guess it's just kind of like, it feels awesome and kind of like a dream come true. I mean, because I get to play a princess, and that was like my dream since I was like 1 year old. And I guess I get magic ice powers. Who doesn't want that?
They're such iconic characters. I mean,
When
it's really fun.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just so much fun to do.
Yeah.
So here's the question. For somebody sitting at home, how do they get tickets? When is the show? What else do they need to know?
So tickets, you can go to our West Irondequoit School District webpage, and there will be a link on there. Shows are Friday night. We do a Saturday matinee, Saturday evening, and a Sunday afternoon.
Fair.
So 4 chances to come and see us this weekend.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your time today. You guys are going to be stars. I can already
Break
tell.
some legs out there.
Come
Don't
back.
slip,
Yes.
though.
Oh.
Thank
Get
you so
it?
much.
Slip,
you.
frozen, ice, no, bad joke.
You don't have to.
Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are looking ahead to a very special event happening tomorrow on Netflix.
Yeah, we're back right after this. Do you feel it?
No.
You don't?
No.
Maybe I'm crazy. Hey, Chris, can you give him a mic check?
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
.49 here on ARC Rochester. As you can see, we are joined by our good friend Chris Lopez this morning because we thought we would sit down and tease ahead to a very special event that's happening tomorrow.
Yes. All right. If you haven't heard, tomorrow night, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are going to face off in the ring for one of the biggest boxing events of the year.
Chris Lopez is our resident boxing guy right here on ARC Rochester, so we thought we would invite him back to the studio and let him explain to us what is going on, because there is money on the line here, people. There has been money on the line
since July, right?
Was it? I feel like it was before July.
Well, I forgot when the first one was supposed to happen, and that's when we made the bet.
Yeah.
And then it got postponed because Mike ruptured his spleen in an airplane.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's going to take a punch, but...
Okay, so...
He doesn't have to take any punches tomorrow.
No.
It's going to be a knockout.
One and done, baby.
He is... How old is he?
He is 58 years old.
Okay, he's 58 years old. He knows that the odds are not in his favor because he's going up against... Wait. Because he's going up against a 25-year-old or 26-year-old.
27.
Okay, 27-year-old. So here's my theory. We all know that Mike Tyson, he's got a great hook. He can knock him out in one. That's how this game will be played. It's going to be because he does not want to risk injury.
Used to have a great hook.
Still does.
Used to.
Okay, hold
Still
on.
does.
Putting all bias aside here, Chris, because, we know how you feel. What is the difference between Tyson and Paul when it comes to how hard they can hit, how fast they are? Do you know any of that?
Yeah. I mean, Jake is like, he's a good boxer. Like if I were at like a national competition or regional amateur competition, he would be a solid boxer. The thing is, the promotion has gotten people to buy in that it's Mike Tyson and he can possibly be a 27-year-old Jake Paul. That's really what, and it's worked.
Yeah. So, but Mike Tyson is still incredible. He's
458. I
What
would
is
say
that?
458.
Why do you think
like,
he can't do it?
Because he's so old.
Okay, well, careful.
58 is one. 58 is not so old for
It's ancient
anything.
in boxing. Oh yes, it is. Yes, I
boxing.
will fight you on that one. No pun intended. 58. I mean, that is old for a baseball player. That's old for a basketball player. And where do you see a 58-year-old professional athlete?
Right there on the screen, right behind you, because he's gonna kick Logan Paul's.
It's not Logan.
It's Jake.
I don't care. They're both the same.
Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is
Yeah.
how Mike Tyson was when he was younger, when he was Jake Paul age, when he was training and biting ears off and aggressive. I'm sorry, but he was. That is a real thing that happened.
And Jake Paul had a diamond-studded ear guard on yesterday during the news conference.
Pretty funny.
Yep.
Pause that though. He kind of put aside that mentality, right? That killer mindset of I'm going to go in the ring and I'm going to just, destroy whoever is here. He put that aside because he said in an interview he didn't like who he was becoming. He didn't like that. He got himself in a lot of trouble. He became a horrible person because of that mindset. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that return when he goes back into the ring.
I think it's so hard to switch that back on for real when you've been so far removed from the game. He is so far removed from 1985 Mike Tyson, where he was under Cus D'Amato, his original trainer, and he was knocking everyone out, youngest heavyweight champion. He was, 7 years younger than Jake Paul is now, doing so much more. Boxing would not even be near what it is now without Mike Tyson's contributions.
Which is the reason why it's going to be a 1-2 done.
But that was so long removed. So when he
Sorry.
fought Roy Jones in 2020, these just two.
But he didn't get knocked out. They just went.
They did a
they
draw.
went round
It was
for
a
round.
draw, and he didn't look. It just looks like someone that shouldn't be doing that, still doing it. Where you're like, you're past it.
It doesn't matter if he doesn't look like he should be doing it. If he
It
can
does.
do it, if he has the ability
No,
to do
and
it,
that's what I mean,
it's
though.
done.
He-
How much is he making off of this fight?
The split reported is 80 million.
Yeah.
That's not what he's making. That's the purse.
Okay.
So wherever they divvy that up is based on lawyers and stuff like that.
I want to know two things. Number one, who would win in a fight, you or Mike Tyson?
Oh, Mike is.
Okay.
I like that question.
Okay. And then number two, off air, there's a little bit of action going on. But on air, I think that we need to make a bet. Because Dan and I are Team Tyson. You're Team Paul. I think that whoever loses needs to do something.
Okay.
My
What?
IFB is dead, so if we need to wrap up,
Yeah,
let
we
me
do.
know.
We do need to wrap.
Okay, we're going to think about it.
We're going to think about it. We'll have that for you tomorrow. And it's a good thing
Well, we have
tomorrow
final
is a
thoughts,
payday
too.
because you're going to be giving us your cash. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this.
9:56. Welcome back. Time for the final thoughts of the morning here on Arc Rochester.
Let's go over the poll of the day. This morning we asked you which local activity is always a part of your pre-holiday tradition. We gave you some options to attend a live performance, go to a holiday market, see a tree lighting, or shop a small business. The results?
Shopping
Shop a small business. We like that.
Yep, support those mom and pop shops.
Yep, absolutely. Small Business Saturday, people. Mark that on the calendar. And that does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to join us tomorrow morning starting at 4:57 on 13 WHAM ABC. And we're also talking bets tomorrow, baby.
Yes. We'll see you then. And join us later today for 13 WHAM News at midday.